just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. Open man completes it to Claypool. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 11.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Gus Edwards.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they... Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought he may go the distance to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Tucker's kick is good. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator averaging a point a drive, you're doing a lot of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And we're going to have a break in the action. As you can see, Mark Andrews is yet to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But this is also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Dancing to his left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field...
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His own territory, coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the fourth quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Ravens on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go with Edwards left side. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin.